Ladies and gents, I have a special treat for you today, bringing you a bit of Toy Story 2 on the PS1. Toy Story 2? They made a game out of that? Oh dear, any game which is made from like a kids film, like a Pixar or Disney animation, I'm very skeptical about, naturally. The films themselves might be great, like Finding Nemo or something. They're all like respectable, good films, you know? Applicable to all ages. If you're 9 or 90, you'll enjoy it. Whenever it comes to the games made off of these films, I'm always very skeptical, because 9 times out of 10, the ones I've played at least have been terrible. But this one happens to be one of those games which did actually come out as a very good game. Buzz Lightyear 2, Rescue, Star Command, Woody to the Rescue, blah blah, a really long title. Essentially it's Toy Story 2, is what I'm going to call it. The whole plot of the storyline, for anyone who's never seen the film of Toy Story 2, if you haven't, then you have had no childhood, but I suggest you watch it at some point. It's a great film. The plot is, you know, Woody gets stolen by some toy collector, and Buzz and the others have the job of going back to rescue him. So essentially you play through the game trying to get to Woody and rescue him from Big Al, the toy barn owner. So the whole prospect of the game is, you're Buzz, it's a platformer game, so obviously there's, you know, double jumping, killing all the enemies here. This is one of the small bosses in the game. The bosses aren't really much of a challenge, but I still managed to mess this up pretty badly. The way you attack is, you have your laser on the wrists, which is square, and the spin attack, which is circle. It's a pretty simple way of attacking. 2 attacks, but it works, you know, it's a good system. And to be honest, majority of the challenge in the game is not going to be the enemies so much, because a lot of them you can just ignore, to be honest. Like, a lot of the challenge of the game is the platformer element of it. And I gotta be honest, the one kind of main complaint I have with this game is the camera controls. They're really not that great. It's sort of the same problem as Croc, which is a good game in its own right, but it's very clunky and sort of awkward to control. This one's better to control, but the camera's still not great, to be honest. These are pretty cool. In every level you have, or most levels rather, you have Mr. Potato Head there. If you find him, and you find his missing body piece, like an ear or his mouth or something in the level, you return it to him and he unlocks a special gadget for you. And that gadget you can go back and use in other levels as well, where it's available. So in this one I've got like super rocket boots, there's also stuff like a grappling hook, which I'll show you in a minute. A shield to let you cross like pools of acid, that kind of stuff. They do sort of deviate quite a bit from the actual storyline, but what do you expect when you make a game out of it, you know? This is Elevator Hop, one of my favourite levels, showing you a bit of the grappling hook there. You can also get a nice little power up to your laser, which I'll show you in a sec. Nice green laser, just absolutely decimates everything. Being actually able to destroy the enemies isn't such a big deal, like I said. You get coins from destroying them, and in each level you will find the pig, Hamm, or whatever his name is. Great name. You find the pig, you give him coins, I think it's 50 coins per level, or something like that. And it gives you a Pizza Planet token. These are the main currency of the game. Not the coins, they don't really matter. The Pizza Planet tokens are what get you to the next level. And there's 5 in each level, so, you know, you'll do various different challenges to try and find them all. Some of them will be randomly hidden, some of them you have to beat like a mini-boss in the level, like that robot I showed you at the start. Some of them you do a challenge for, like the dinosaur Rex or the pig Hamm, and some of them you just find by other methods, you know? Point is, collect as many of these as you can, which I find strange, because I don't know if they actually make reference to Pizza Planet at all in the second film. They might. I've forgotten most of it, but I think part of the first film was based around that place, so I don't know. I mean, it works. The concept works, so you can't really complain, right? Here's a nice little bit on Owl's penthouse. Gonna show you a bit of platforming action here that almost looked like a button, I swear to God. Gonna go around here. And the whole kind of thing is, like, the fact that you're a little toy and you are just sort of going around these rooms as if... Like, the room looks giant, obviously, but if you think about it from a toy's perspective, if the toy was real, this is what it would look like. It's kind of weird to imagine. I was always a big fan of the films as a kid. Pretty sure I tried to like fly at some point. Like I was thinking I was Buzz Lightyear, like I was wearing a costume and I thought I could fly. Obviously couldn't, probably nearly killed myself, don't know. But when you think about these sort of environments from a toy's perspective, it's really cool to actually be the player in that sort of scenario and act it out as they would, so... You know, kids game based on a kids film, but in my opinion, one of the better platformers on the PS1. There are definitely some bad ones, just look at Pandemonium if you want an example of a bad platformer game. But nonetheless, great game, definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it already, it's probably on the PSN store somewhere. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and with that being said, ooh, a Pizza Planet token. Luckily I cheated to get them all already, but there it is again, why not? With that being said, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
To infinity and beyond!